All right, let's talk about Jared Goff, as you'll often hear the crowd chanting his name, including in Dallas. Who would have thought that would happen? Really an awesome game here by the Detroit Lions offense, and I want to make a video breaking down what makes this offense so effective. Why is it just so dominant? Well, let's get into it. Let's start off with a running play right here. A lot of what the Lions do is they can get you with misdirection, right? I mean, they can get you thinking they're going one way and going the other way, and they're so fast that it just creates so many difficulties. So, like, for example, this one, it's set up as though Gibbs is going to be running a route toward the offense's right, except he's actually going to cut back and go more towards the left side of the screen. Okay, simple enough, but let's see what happens. Goff takes the snap, gives the ball to Gibbs, and as of right here, I mean, look at that hole that has opened up. Again, a lot of teams, I think, would just say, yeah, we got a good offensive line, let's just kind of run our more traditional running plays, but not the Lions. They want to utilize the speed of someone like Gibbs here, and because of this, when he has the space, if you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. He shoots through that gap, picks up a ton of yards, and they get the first down on a 2nd down and 7. So that's really good, but they don't just run in traditional ways, because it also can set up stuff like this, which is going to be a 1st down and 10 right here. This is actually the next play of the game, where now they're going to go towards the side, hand the ball off to Jameson Williams. When this play begins, they hand it off on the jet sweep right here. The Dallas defense not doing an awful job at reading the play. I mean, there's always going to be a split second that it takes you to realize what's going on. But again, for someone like Jameson Williams now, you give him a split second, that's more than enough for him to get, significantly further down the field. And then watch him just kind of blow by everybody, and he picks up the 1st down. Again, it's the speed of this Detroit Lions team kind of paired with the, the good play calling that can really help, just set up. I mean, these are multiple 10-plus yard rushes. So if you can do that, it really makes you a deadly team. And then you have a play like this, which is a great concept as well. This is just a fun play. What's interesting about this is that the concept itself isn't the craziest thing you'll ever see. It's a bit clever, but it's something you will see from time to time, where the Cowboys are in a zone coverage defense, a cover 3 zone. So what is Detroit going to do to try and beat that? Well, they're going to do a concept that I think is really effective and one that often can work. First, they have a receiver who's going to run a deep shot, kind of going more over the middle. The goal in this route is to get the corner to follow him over the middle. Then Sam Laporta will start off blocking and then run out to where the corner now isn't. Hopefully Laporta can get wide open, no Dallas player can pick him up, and he can, get a touchdown or something like this. Now, for Dallas, there is a counter, which is just simply one of the linebackers over the middle reads that Laporta is now running and follows him down the field. So watch what Detroit does. They're going to run this crazy, several different guys getting the ball, so that way when you see that Goff does throw it down the field, Dallas is slower in picking up that Laporta is actually running a route because, Goff didn't even have the ball when Laporta started running this route, so of course you're not paying attention to that. Because of this, of course, Goff isn't missing that throw, but that was also a really good throw. Putting that right on the money to where Laporta could, continue running after the catch. And good job by Sam Laporta, who maybe hasn't had the statistical year this year he's had in previous years. I guess in the previous year, last year, obviously, his rookie year. But some good stuff here, getting his first touchdown on the year. So that's fun. Of course, they can also just beat you in more traditional type plays, something like this, where it's a zone coverage concept. Again, the receiver on the left side of the screen running a deep route, just trying to push players further deep. That's Jameson Williams, who's running the setup route on this one. And then you have the more over-the-middle route, Kaif Raymond's route. That's the one really Goff's going to want to look to throw to. And watch how when it begins. Again, they're so fast in getting into position. They get down the field so well, and the line blocks so well that for Goff, there's a window here. Now, again, he has to time this really well. Like there are some difficulties for him on these plays, but let's just be honest. We just expect Goff to make these throws because he doesn't miss them. As you see, he makes this one. They're able to get a huge gain and able to, again, get these explosive plays. It's not just getting, kind of consistently down the field. To win in today's NFL, listen, long drives are cool and they're fun, but if you have a long drive, things can go wrong. You can turn the ball over, you can fumble, you can get a holding penalty that derails things. Being able to get down the field quickly is a huge benefit, and they're showing it here. But also, I want to go over here, because it's not just this exotic scheme stuff. A big part of what they were doing was Dallas kind of did the right thing, I think. Say, hey, let's just try and man up against this team. If the zone stuff isn't working, let's try something else. The issue is you got to cover him. This is Jameson Williams running a one-on-one route against Trayvon Diggs, who, like, I mean, listen, say what you want about Trayvon Diggs. He is an all-pro. Like, say what you want about him winning the all-pro that year. Like, he's a player who's a starting caliber corner, and at times has been a very good starting caliber corner. Here, though, he tries to jam Williams at the line. It goes very poorly. And right here, I mean, there is a ton of separation. The issue is it is a bit far down the field, and Williams is so fast, Goff is going to have to make a really accurate throw. But that's exactly what he does, really accurate throw down the field. Again, Goff has incredible arm talent, Williams has incredible leg talent, and they're able to make that play work. It's just, I mean, sometimes you're just faster than the other guy. There's only so much you can do as a corner if, you know, the other guy's that much faster than you, and Williams is faster than everybody. Also, Amon-Ra St. Brown here, who didn't have his most explosive day in this one, but he still made his presence felt on this play when it's 40-9 with 13 minutes left. Kind of crazy to think that this would be the last play they scored on. They essentially got 47 points in 3 quarters, but anyway, you see right here, it is a one-on-one matchup on the outside. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who definitely has been one of the better receivers in the league for a bit now, going up against Amani Oyuware. So, you know, again, not maybe the highest degree of competition here. We know Dallas does have a lot of injuries in their secondary. But watch as, again, Goff's just going to look in St. Brown's direction, makes the throw, able to get a touchdown there. Again, they have guys who can beat you. And you could sit here and say, oh, maybe we should just man up against this team because when you play zone, they pick you apart. But you can't do that either because of how many good options they have that can beat one-on-ones. And going over here, they added another guy, Tim Patrick, which if you're unaware of Tim Patrick, so he's going to be running a go route here. This is early in the game. In fact, Detroit's losing at this point in the game on a 3rd and 5. Tim Patrick's a guy who, for Denver, he had some really good years for the Denver Broncos and was looking to be like a player that, like, okay, this guy is really establishing himself as like a very solid player, even if his numbers didn't always show it. Career high in receiving yards is 742. But then he kind of got injured for a few years. Denver eventually just said, we kind of got to move on right here. But he's having a resurgence for the Detroit Lions. And this play, this isn't a schemed open play. In fact, this is like just a true wide receiver route. Can you win one-on-one? There's no other real help here. Goff's going to take the snap, and he trusts him. I mean, again, he might trust the level of competition he's going against, but still, he trusts Tim Patrick to win this route right here. And for Goff, he made a ton of great throws in this game. He did. This one's not going to be one of his best. Despite that, watch Tim Patrick fight and get that catch. He caught that ball. They were able to get that big completion, and that kind of got them started in this game. So if they have, again, Tim Patrick, who can win one-on-ones, Jameson Williams, who can win one-on-ones, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who can win one-on-ones, and not to mention Sam Laporta, and not to mention Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, even Khalif Raymond. There's so many players. They tried to see if Taylor Decker, he was not able to win his one-on-ones, right? He wasn't able to do that. But everyone else winning theirs. If you missed that, they tried to throw a pass to him in the game. Didn't exactly work out, but still, everyone's just kind of succeeding. They had the best offensive line in football, really good quarterback, and so many weapons. Like, yeah, this might be the best offense in football. This team might win the Super Bowl, even with the unfortunate Aiden Hutchinson injuries. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.